I'm electronics technician, submarine navigation, second class, Mike Gielczyk. I'm an LCAC navigator at Assualt Craft Unit 5. I'm from Mundelein, Illinois. I'm from a big Navy family. Both my parents were in the Navy. My dad's a retired Command Master Chief, and I'm the 12th sailor in my family, so it's a big family tradition. ETV stands for Electronics Technician Submarine Navigation. About 20 years ago or so, the submarine force combined submarine quartermaster and submarine eye seaman and turned that into one rate, which is navigation electronics technician. So on a submarine, I was responsible for being part of the navigation division and all the navigation equipment, being in the navigation party, and also maintaining all of our interior communications equipment. It was definitely kind of a rocky transition. This is very much a different Navy than the one I grew up in, the submarine force, but I was able to draw on my experience being coming from a navigation background, being qualified as quartermaster of the watch on a submarine and taking those basic navigation principles as my foundation for navigating an LCAC. How I got here, I was looking at different stuff to do, and my squadron ANAV at the time let me know that, hey, there's this opportunity that not a lot of guys know about to go be an LCAC navigator. And it sounded really interesting to do something that's really not what a lot of my peers in the submarine force have had an opportunity to do and get to see a very different side of the Navy. ACU-5 is the West Coast unit for landing craft air cushion. LCACs are a high-speed ship-to-shore connector able to deliver Marines and their equipment to 70% of the world's coastline at speeds in excess of 50 knots. We're able to offload an entire Marine Expeditionary unit from an ARG in 2 days. As an LCAC navigator, the primary responsibility I have is the safe navigation of the craft when we're underway. And that involves complying with the nautical rules of the road, making sure that we have a safe mission plan, that we've planned to make sure that the craft doesn't go through any dangerous areas, involved in contact management, so I operate the radar and make sure that I see the whole contact picture and recommend to the craft master when we need to deviate from our course in order to not have a collision with other craft on the water. I'm also responsible for all the mission planning, so I receive tasking from higher echelon commands and what they need us to do and what equipment needs to be delivered, and we develop a plan to make sure we deliver that on time to where it needs to go and get the Marines there and back safely. One of the biggest challenges for me was making the transition from submarines into a different community. There's a different way even of speaking and kind of learning a different battle rhythm, and that was a struggle. It's also because it's such a high-speed vessel, the navigation tempo is a lot faster. Moving at speeds in excess of 50 knots, you got to make really quick decisions, be able to analyze what the contact picture is, how long you have left before needing to make a turn, how far it is to the beach, be able to do the calculations a lot of times in your head or just maybe on a piece of scratch paper to make a safe recommendation for the craft masters. So picking up that speed and then basically having to relearn a different type of navigation language. It was a big challenge for me. I think the biggest reward has been really being able to see how what I do makes a difference with such a small command in a small community, and then with my crew, it's such a small crew. I know that my contribution definitely is something that I see the direct impacts on every day, whether it's here at the command and getting the boats ready to go, or whether it's in training and being able to pass on the knowledge I've learned to other navigators who are coming up behind me and say, hey, this is how we need to do things, this is the best practices, or even when we're on deployment and saying, yeah, we offloaded the MEU to where they needed to do their tasking. We did it in 2 days. We did it with no safety incidences, and then we're able to pick them up and get them back to the ship safely, again, in 2 to 3 days, and really being able to see, yeah, I did that, and I was a big part of making sure that that happened. Obviously, my wife and my daughter are a massive support to me, that I know that they're always at home waiting for me, and they support my career, and that they are able to do what I need, whether it's you know, give me a ride to duty super early in the morning on a weekend day when they don't want to, or just being there sending emails when I was on deployment. I know that they're always there, still waiting at home supporting me.